When someone is genuinely interested in you, especially to the point of being insanely into you, it often shows in ways that go far beyond casual friendliness or politeness. Whether you're trying to decipher her texts, read her body language, or understand her emotional signals, there are clear signs that reveal when a woman is deeply intrigued and invested in you. Here's 5 signs she's insanely interested in. Number one, her eyes constantly find you. Attraction often reveals itself in subtle ways, and the eyes are one of the most telling indicators of someone's true feelings. While words can be carefully chosen or even misleading, the eyes tend to express what the heart is too shy to admit when a woman is intensely interested in you. One of the clearest signs lies in the way her gaze lingers, returns, and seems magnetically drawn to your presence. Her eyes constantly finding you is not just a coincidence. It's a reflection of emotional engagement that can be far more powerful than any spoken confession in a room full of people. Her attention seems to circle back to you as if her eyes are irresistibly pulled in your direction. This is not a casual glance or polite acknowledgement. It's often frequent, sometimes fleeting, but always deliberate. Her eyes may wander, but they always come back to you as if you're the focal point of her interest consciously or not. This kind of repeated visual attention is a quiet but potent message. She's thinking about you even when she's not saying a word. Also consider how she behaves when your eyes meet. If she doesn't look away immediately, or instead holds your gaze with a soft or steady expression, that's a strong sign she feels connected. Prolonged eye contact is a form of intimacy, a silent conversation that creates its own rhythm. It can convey curiosity, warmth, or even desire. Additionally, a woman who is genuinely interested may exhibit changes in her facial expressions when looking at you, such as a spontaneous smile that appears the moment your eyes lock. That smile, especially if it's unprompted or seemingly involuntary, suggests that simply seeing you brings her joy. Furthermore, there are even more subtle physiological responses to observe. For instance, her pupils may dilate slightly when she looks at you, a natural reaction to something or someone we find appealing. Though this sign is harder to spot, it's an involuntary cue the body gives when attraction is genuine and intense. These biological signals are beyond her control and serve as honest indicators of how she truly feels in conversations. If she maintains eye contact while listening or speaking, it often signals that she's fully present and emotionally invested. She's not just hearing your words, she's absorbing them, reacting to them, and connecting them to her thoughts also. If she looks directly at you while laughing or responds quickly, when you make eye contact, these are signs of comfort and attention. Her eyes in these moments become bridges between your world and hers. Attraction isn't always grand or obvious. Sometimes it hides in the most human of behaviors, the simple repeated act of looking at someone. Not because you have to, but because you want to. When a woman's eyes constantly find you, it's rarely by accident. It's often a reflection of deep interest, of quiet curiosity, and of emotional connection that speaks louder than words ever could number. Two, she remembers the smallest details when trying to understand the depth of someone's interest. It's often not the grand gestures that reveal the most. Instead, it's the subtle, almost invisible actions that carry profound meaning. One of the most powerful indicators that a woman is deeply interested in you is her ability to remember the smallest details about your life. Those fleeting things you may have mentioned only once, thinking they'd be forgotten as quickly as they were said. Consider a moment when you casually mentioned your favorite childhood cartoon. Perhaps it was during a light conversation, a nostalgic glance into your past days, or weeks later, she references that cartoon again. Maybe she jokes about it, brings it up in conversation, or even sends you a meme related to it. This isn't just a coincidence or an example of a sharp memory. It's a reflection of emotional attentiveness. She's not just listening, she's actively taking in your world, processing it and storing it away. Because it matters to her, also this kind of attentiveness often shows up in the way she interacts with you in everyday life. Maybe she always gets your coffee order exactly right without having to ask, or she remembers the name of your dog. After only hearing it once, she could recall that stressful deadline you mentioned weeks ago and ask how it went, showing not only that she remembered, but that she cares enough to follow up. These small yet deliberate actions demonstrate a level of care and emotional engagement that goes beyond surface level interest. Additionally, people tend to focus their mental energy on what truly matters to them. When a woman is consistently recalling your preferences, experiences, and even your quirks, it's a clear signal that she values who you are. It means she sees your stories and the things you love as part of a bigger picture. One that she's genuinely invested in. Memory in this sense becomes a tool for emotional connection. She's not just cataloging facts about you, she's weaving them into a larger tapestry of understanding and affection. Furthermore, this detail-oriented attention often comes with a sense of anticipation. She might mention something you've been looking forward to or acknowledge an inside joke you thought had faded into the background. This shows she's not only engaged in the moment, but that she holds on to your words with a sense of purpose and care. It's her way of silently saying, I see you, I hear you, and I care about what matters to you. In essence, when a woman remembers the smallest details about you, it's far more than a sign of a good memory. It's evidence of emotional investment of someone who is present, attentive, and connected to your inner world. It reveals a level of interest that's not just casual, it's deep, genuine, and yes, perhaps even a little insane in the most beautifully sincere way. Number 3, she makes time for you. No matter what, one of the clearest yet often overlooked signs that a woman is deeply interested in you is her willingness to make time for you, no matter what. In today's fast-paced world, time is one of the most precious resources anyone can offer. When a woman consistently chooses to spend her limited hours with you, despite a hectic schedule, demanding responsibilities, or the allure of much-needed personal downtime, that choice speaks volumes. It's more than politeness or casual curiosity. It's a powerful signal of genuine interest. Also, it's important to recognize that this kind of time investment doesn't always come in grand gestures or elaborate plans. Sometimes it's the simple, consistent acts like texting you during a short break at work, calling you after a long day, just to hear your voice, or carving out a slice of her weekend to see you that carry the most weight. These are the moments where her actions echo louder than any words could, and they are rooted in a sincere desire to connect. Additionally, prioritizing someone in this way means sacrifices are being made. She might skip out on a gathering with friends, postpone a personal hobby, or rearrange her routine, all because spending time with you matters that much to her. Such decisions are rarely made lightly. They reflect an emotional investment that is both deep and deliberate. It's a demonstration of value where she's not only saying you're important, she's proving it with her actions. Furthermore, the consistency of this behavior is key. Anyone can be attentive in short bursts, especially during the exciting early days of a new connection. But when she continuously finds ways to be with you, even when life becomes unpredictable or chaotic, it reveals something much more enduring. It shows that her interest isn't fleeting or superficial. Instead, it's grounded in authentic affection and a strong emotional pull toward you. Effort, after all, is a language of love. And when a woman speaks it fluently through her time and presence, she's not just showing interest, she's showing commitment. Not necessarily the kind that comes with labels or promises, but the kind that says, you matter to me, and I'm choosing to be here. That choice, made again and again, is one of the most sincere signs that she's not only interested, but fully invested in the possibility of something meaningful with you. Number 4, she gets a little jealous when it comes to understanding the complex language of attraction. Subtle emotional cues often reveal far more than words ever could. One of the most telling signs that a woman is deeply interested in you, perhaps even more than she lets on, is a touch of jealousy. While jealousy has often been painted in a negative light, when expressed in moderation and without control or manipulation, it can actually be a meaningful indicator of genuine emotional investment. Jealousy in this context does not manifest as dramatic confrontations or overt possessiveness. Instead, it appears quietly, often catching her off guard, just as much as it might surprise you. For instance, if she asks about other women you mention in passing, it may not simply be curiosity. There's a good chance she's trying to gauge the nature of your relationships, subtly checking whether someone else might be competing for your attention. This gentle probing can reflect her desire to understand where she stands in your life. Also observe her reactions in social settings. If someone else flirts with you and she suddenly grows quiet, distant, or uncharacteristically reserved, it could be that her feelings are stirred beneath the surface. That brief shift in her demeanor may signal discomfort, not because she lacks confidence, but because she cares more than she's willing to admit outright. This quiet form of jealousy often indicates that your attention matters to her, and the idea of sharing it even momentarily feels unsettling. Additionally, you might notice that after such moments of perceived threat, she becomes unusually attentive. Perhaps she starts texting more frequently, suggesting plans or giving you compliments she normally keeps to herself. This sudden shift in energy may be her way of reasserting a connection consciously or unconsciously, ensuring that she remains in your thoughts. It's not about manipulation, it's about instinct. Her emotional attachment compels her to suddenly strengthen the bond between you. Furthermore, this kind of jealousy is typically paired with emotional vulnerability. A woman who feels emotionally exposed around you enough to experience even mild jealousy is often someone who has invested more deeply than she initially intended, rather than dismissing these small signs. It's worth considering what they reveal that you matter to her in a significant way. In the end, recognizing a woman's interest through the lens of jealousy requires careful attention and emotional intelligence. When expressed in a healthy, moderate way, it is not a red flag, but rather a green light, a soft human signal that her heart is involved and that your presence in her life holds real weight. Number 5, she's genuinely curious about your life. One of the clearest and most telling signs that a woman is deeply interested in you is when she exhibits a sincere and consistent curiosity about your life. While many people can enjoy casual conversation or playful flirtation, a woman who is genuinely invested in you will take it further. She'll show a desire to truly understand who you are beyond the surface. This kind of curiosity doesn't just mean asking how your day went or what you had for lunch. Instead, she'll ask about your aspirations, your childhood memories, and even the things that scare you when a woman is insanely interested in you. She wants to uncover the layers that make up your personality. Not just because it's interesting, but because it matters to her. She's mentally placing you into the larger picture of her life and assessing not just compatibility, but emotional depth. Also pay attention to how she responds when you open up. If she listens intently, follows up on things you've said in previous conversations, or remembers small details that even you might have forgotten you shared, it's a strong indicator of her emotional investment. Her attention is not superficial, it's thoughtful and engaged. She isn't asking you questions just to keep the conversation going. She's doing it to connect with you on a meaningful level. Additionally, this genuine curiosity often reveals itself in the kinds of questions she asks. She might inquire about your long-term goals or what drives you to wake up in the morning. She may want to know who inspired you growing up or what personal experiences have shaped your worldview. These aren't just questions. They're windows into your soul, and she's looking through them because she wants to understand the entire view. Furthermore, her interest in your life doesn't fade after the initial excitement of getting to know someone new. It persists and even deepens over time. She might ask how a job interview went, check in after a difficult conversation with a family member, or encourage you when you're chasing a new opportunity. This ongoing curiosity signals that she sees your experiences as significant and worth following closely. In essence, she's investing emotionally in your journey. When a woman is truly drawn to you, her curiosity becomes a bridge between you, an invitation for closeness, understanding, and shared vulnerability. It's not about prying or interrogation. It's about connection. And through this connection, she's showing you without saying it outright that you matter to her on a level far beyond casual attraction in a world full of distractions and shallow interactions. This kind of genuine curiosity is rare, and when you find it, it speaks volumes. So if you notice a woman consistently diving beneath the surface and wanting to know the real you, it may be one of the clearest signs that her interest is not only real, but deeply rooted. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for future videos.